What's going on, everybody? That's right, Cable Guy Ken is back again. I know some of y'all probably thought I done died on you, ain't it? But I ain't dead. I'm still kicking, still making it. Just being busy as all get out. But I'm here and getting ready to make a few bird's nests. Brother Matt Brooks, y'all know he's on the he does Pathfinder on the road. And he's coming over, getting ready to do a couple of hand drill fires with him. In it's probably 108 degrees outside right now. Humidity 180%. South Carolina weather. Ain't as bad as it was yesterday, but it's pretty torturous out here. So we're going to see about some hand drills in this heat. I figured I'd make up a few little bird's nests while I'm waiting on him to get here. And I was thinking about it, and I said, you know, I ain't done a video for my brothers in a while. I've been getting messages, people asking me if I was alright and everything. I'm doing good. The baby's doing awesome. For those of y'all that are new to my channel, I had a baby April 19th. Right before the, well, a month or two before the gathering, but he's doing awesome. He's up probably around 15 pounds now, about 27 inches long. So he's going to be a big boy like his daddy. Like I said, he's about 4 months old. But he's healthy, ain't had no problems or nothing. He ain't really keeping us up that much at night either. He's doing real good about sleeping. But everything's been going good, y'all. I ain't forgot about my videos and all. Just got caught up with everything. Work's picked up again, which is always a good thing. But at the same time, it keeps me from doing some of the things that I love, like making my videos for y'all and sharing them with you and all. But you know, you gotta take care of your bills first. Playtime comes after that, and you know, this ain't nothing fancy channel. I ain't making money to make these videos. I just put them out because I enjoy doing it, and I like sharing with everybody. But with that being said, I do have a few things that here in the next few days, or at least the next week, because I got to take a teen group to the beach this weekend for a Bible school type deal. But at least within the next week, I plan on doing quite a few gear reviews back to back. Be right back with you. And I'm back. Anyway, like I said, fella, I'm gonna pump out some videos here real quick here in the next week. As fast as I can pop them out. Got some reviews mainly on knives. I got a few here with me that I'll just show you what I'm going to be bringing in the future. I'll set that down for a second here. At the gathering this year, I was fortunate and blessed again by the greatest man on earth, Mr. Rob Simpson from thecanteenshop.com. He gave me he had an extra one of these Les Stroud survival knives made by Heli, the Tamagotchi, I believe it's pronounced. Don't quote me on the name, y'all, but it's the Les Stroud knife. Everybody knows what that is. And I know y'all have already seen the reviews. It will not throw sparks off of the back of it. The metal's just too soft is what everybody's saying. But I am going to try and file this down just a bit. I mean, I'm Cable Guy Ken. If I don't try, I don't feel like I've done anything. But if you put a square on this, you'll see that the back of this isn't really squared. It's rounded off a good bit. So I'm going to try to put just a little edge on it. I'm not going to gouge it up too much, but I'm going to put a little edge on it to see if it'll grab and maybe throw a spark. But it is an absolutely beautiful knife. I mean, everybody complains about it not throwing sparks, but I've got a pocket knife. I've got a striker that came with the ferro rod. The ferro rod's not attached to the knife, so it's not like I'm without something to use as a striker. I've always got something in my pocket I can strike with. If I have to, a rock will throw sparks with a ferro rod. I mean, you know, it's a no-brainer. But it is an absolutely beautiful knife, beautifully constructed. It feels great in the hand, and it was razor sharp. I won't show too much of the blade right now. Like I said, I'm not doing a review on it, but I'll do one later on. I've already, you know, beat this one up pretty good. I may touch it up before I do the actual review just to give it a fair shake. The sheath is top notch. It's ambidextrous. You can go in either way with it. Now, because I use mine right-hand carry most of the time, it fits better this way because that's the way the sheath is forming. But if a left-handed person was to take this knife from me, it wouldn't take them long to get it to fit in there and feel like it belongs. I picked up the Machete Special from Blind Horse Outdoors, the division of Blind Horse Knife Company. Again, I've already beat this one half to death, but it's still sharp enough that I wouldn't have any problems doing a review on it just as it is. I mean, I haven't dulled it any at all, and I've used it pretty much as my primary blade for everything since I got it at the gathering. Beautifully crafted sheath. Of course, I've already got the Woods Monkey, the Canteen Shop, and the Habilis Bush Tools logo on there. And speaking of Habilis Bush Tools, I picked up the Habilis Bush Knife at the gathering. This is the updated 3/16 of an inch thick model. I got this one with the black and orange G10 just because I like the black and orange the way it looks. And I got one sheath, but we'll call it 3 sheaths because the system that Brandon from Shark Tack made for me can be carried 3 different ways. I've got a drop leg sheath that's on an extended drop. I've got a scout carry system to make that sheath a scout carry for me so I can wear it crossways on my back. And then he gave me 2 molly clips, and I can put those 2 molly clips on there and wear it on a drop leg platform with my 9, or wear it up on my BDUs up here, or my any molly gear, my straps. It'll clip onto my straps on my pack, all kind of ways. I'll show you that, and I'll do a full review on this. A lot of people have complained about being able to twist the knife around in their hand if they've got a firm grip on it. They can't, saying the handle was too small that they couldn't grab it. But it depends on how you're holding the knife. If I'm holding the knife the way I would if I was going to be doing some push cuts or anything, I can grip it strong enough that it's not moving. And I'll be right back. But hey y'all, that was Brother Matt calling me, let me know he's right up the road. I'm going to tell you, this is a great thing he's doing. I mean, he's going all over the country visiting different Pathfinders. And of course he'll be deciding where he's going to live too. I mean, it's helping him find a good place to move to. And there he is as we speak, pulling up with camper in tow. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off, and I'll be back with y'all shortly. I'm just going to smoke into this one until my arms fall off and get a big enough coal.
Right.
Because it's that brown dust, man. What's going on, everybody? Cable Guy Ken here with you. I said just a minute ago here, Matt from Pathfinder on the Road. Y'all know him, Matt Brooks. He's up here with me in South Carolina. He's traveling around, living the dream, man. Living the dream.
Expensive dream.
Yeah. Dreams usually cost you a lot. Nightmares cost a little bit more. But we're trying to do a few hand drills. Anybody that's actually here in South Carolina knows the humidity down here just kill you. Even with a known to be dry set of wood. I mean, this is stuff I've had in my house now for, some of it a year maybe. It's been in my house. The yucca stalk's definitely dry. I just got a good coal with it, but it's that brown dust, and it didn't really hold. It didn't build and hold together, so I couldn't blow it into flame. And I'm a believer in you can make a coal all day long, but if you don't blow a fire, you hadn't made a fire yet.
Exactly. I'm switching over to the bow drill because my hands are starting to blister.
Yeah. And I've got he's using chaga, and chaga's tender fungus. Most of y'all know that, like Amadou, I think Bushcraft Barton's calls it. You can make tea out of it, or you can use it to strike a spark and it'll carry an ember. But he actually is able to make a bow drill fire with the chaga. And it's really awesome. I know a lot of people that watch his channel. If you don't subscribe to it, your original channel is Timber Fox CT, right?
Right.
Timber Fox CT. I'll put a link to it down here in my lower channels. And now, of course, he's got Pathfinders on the Road. I'll put both of those down in the bottom bar there. But it's amazing watching him do this with chaga. And I've got a piece of willow and yucca for my spindle. Of course, I'm using the thumb loops. A little too loose. Damn, it's up. I'm just going to let it sit there and cook for a minute. I had a good coal a minute ago, probably the size of a cigarette ember, but it was just too loose. As soon as I put it into my little bird's nest, it just fell apart and scattered everywhere. So I'm going to let this one just sit there and do its thing. So where all have you been so far? I know you've been to Alabama. Been all over, man.
All over. We went to about 7 states already. Originally we had 14 on the list, but not sure if we're going to make them all. But we've been to West Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, all over. New Hampshire, up north, Connecticut, Mass.
I know Matt is a super great guy. Anybody that's met him knows that. So I'm going to go ahead and say something he won't say. South Carolina sucks. I know him and his wife are hating the weather we're having. But this is South Carolina year round.
Well, it's not stopping me. I'm still getting out in it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I think we both sweat 2 gallons of water just the 15 minutes it takes to get to my personal space last night.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think
I ain't having much luck here.
Yeah, see, it's just crumbling apart, man. If I could keep it together.
Sure.
I got it anyway.
There you go, Ken.
There we go. I just had to burn my fingers a little bit. I had to pinch it back there to keep that powder in. But you want to try the
I got
the habless handhold?
No, no.
Or I've got a thicker piece here now.
I got one here.
It's not really straight, but and I was going to try. I was going to use. Somebody had told me the mullen worked good for your hand drill for the fireboard and everything, but I could open a piece of this and split it. And I don't know if it's when I collected it or what, but you're not going to make a. You're not going to get a fire out of that. I mean, it's just pure pith wood. I don't see where that would even form a coal.
Now we're smoking.
Yeah, he's cooking with gas now, y'all. Now, listen, for my viewers that don't know, that chaga is a tinder fungus, grows on the birch trees, right?
Yes.
Grows on the birch trees, not like the river birch like what I have, but you can make tea out of it, and you can cut a little piece of it off and spark a spark with your fire steel or what have you, and it'll carry that ember for a good long time. And what he found out was you can do a hand drill or a bow drill fire in it and get a good ember out of it.
The humidity sucks down here.
Yeah.
This went out on me, guys. Let's try it again. This stuff is very porous, like a sponge, so any humidity, it's going to suck it up.
I mean, you look at this, I mean, it's the size of a softball, but it probably weighs as much as a ping pong ball. I mean, it has no weight to it. And y'all know me, I'm all about things that you can use for, you know, many different things over and over and over again. You know, like your sassafras root. I've seen people make tea out of the sassafras root, and then they throw the root away. Well, you can make 2 or 3 good batches of tea out of it. You know, why do you want to make one batch and throw it away? Keep using it. You know, I use it until there's no more flavor, and then I just throw a little bit of fresh stuff in with it. And he was telling me you can get, you know, 3 makes of tea out of a piece of chaga.
Yeah.
Then let it dry out. You can still use it as a tinder. In most states. South Carolina, nah, it don't work here, man. We're the bane of freaking fires.
Yeah.
The bane of them. And I mean, I personally witnessed him do this at the gathering like 3 or 4 times back to back. I mean, just all night long, the guy was just pumping them out.
Yeah, it's just too humid.
And even the dust that's coming out of it is black. I mean, you can see the holes black as soot. It's just, there's so much humidity in the air that as soon as he gets a cold, it just soaks up that moisture and it's gone.
One last shot. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It'll be the first time.
I'll smoke right off the bat. Not it for me.
See what happens. Still smoking. Let it breathe.
She's still kicking. She was.
Well, we have a good shot. That's it for me. Just too humid down here.
Let me give it a go. Get your boat, and I'll
see. Couldn't make this.
Well, I've got my handhold. I got to make another bow, but I've still got my little clay handhold.
Man,
I love that thing, man. I actually thought about getting a few of those sets and using them, but
yeah,
like you said yesterday, I'd rather just go out and make it. I mean, I got enough yucca around here.
Exactly.
Why do I want to pay somebody $200?
Well, it's the way it goes sometimes, guys. So nobody's perfect. Nobody gets them all. I fail too. It's just too hot, too humid. Plus, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's
So we're gonna watch Ken for a while.
It's just the heat down here is almost humiliating. I mean, it'll make you want to call for your mama. If I can even get this to the end. Let me turn it around to the small end. How about that? I didn't cut a new hole. I'm trying to use the one from the hand drill. I may have to just cut another hole real quick. That's a little bit bigger than that hand drill was. And it's not the straightest piece of mullein, but I want to see if that mullein with all that pith in it, if it'll even get a coal, or at least attempt to. And if y'all see the blood on my hand, it's not because I'm careless. That's compliments of the habless bush tool. I will be mentioning that in a future video, because I don't like to bleed. I really, really don't like to bleed. That's one of the things that scares me, is coming home with some, severe form of MRSA or something. I went out to have a little bit of fun in the woods, and I've got some, life-taking disease or something. Okay, it's just splitting all the pieces.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna go like that. Nah.
Shut off. I'm recording.
I don't know what the difference is, but that piece of mullein just blows.
Yeah.
It might be, down here. I know some places people tell me yucca, even when it dries, it's too soft for anything, but I've never had any issues with it.
My camera's off.
That's fine.
I was wondering how much we got. Nothing yet.
Oh, I just bet David can